Well, fans, we're getting closer and closer to game time between the New Britain Bees and your Long Island Ducks. The umpires for this afternoon's contest are at home plate, ready for the exchange of lineup cards. So let's meet today's men in blue. Calling balls and strikes at home plate this afternoon is Tom Gandolfo Jr. At first base, Silvio Martinez Jr. And over there in the hot corner, otherwise known as third base here at Beth Baseball Park, it's Richard Katz. The umpires of men in blue for this afternoon's ball game between the New Britain Bees and your...
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch, and for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And today, we will play two here at the Duck Pond as the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees do battle in a day-night doubleheader. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. Thanks so much for tuning in here on your Saturday afternoon and Memorial Day weekend, whether you're joining us online via the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball or liducks.com. We appreciate you joining us for Game 1 of this day-night twin bill. Two games today as Games 2 and 3 of this four-game set. The Bees took the opener last night by a count of 6-0, and a terrific start from Cole Johnson helping lead the way for the Bees to open up this series. New Britain now with a record of 3-1 against Long Island this year. They're back to 500 at 17-17 and have pulled to within 3 games of the first place Long Island Ducks, who are now 20-14 on the year. They vaulted into first place on Thursday night with their comeback win over Bridgeport, and yesterday Somerset losing on the road in York, so that allowed the Ducks to maintain first place. We'll take a quick break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we will recap yesterday's game for you, let you know everything that went down as the Ducks and the Bees opened up this four-game series and played each other for the very first time here on Long Island.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
We're back here at Bethpage Ballpark, where the Long Island Ducks and the New Britain Bees will do battle twice today. Game 1 beginning at about 1:05 p.m. and Game 2 at 6:35. And Game 1 will be a 7-inning game, while Game 2 is scheduled for 9 innings, same as was the case the previous homestand for the Ducks back on May 14th when the Ducks hosted the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in a day-night doubleheader. Long Island with one more scheduled as well on June 18th. Here at Bethpage Ballpark against the Lancaster Barnstormers. Well, last night the Ducks had some early opportunities against right-hander Cole Johnson, but the Bees righty has done a terrific job this year and was great last night in terms of avoiding any early damage. Ducks were able to get the leadoff man on in 4 of the first 5 innings against the right-hander, but in none of those situations were they able to get a run home to score. Meanwhile, Bobby Blevins, the starter for the Ducks, had the same troubles as from innings 2 through 6. The leadoff man would get on in each inning for the New Britain Bees, and in 2 of those innings, the leadoff man would hit the ball over the fence for a solo home run. In the second inning, after a 1-2-3 first inning from Bobby Blevins, Craig Maddox hit a bullet solo home run just to the left of the batter's eye in center field. For Maddox, his 3rd home run of the year gave the Bees a 1-0 lead. And then 3 innings later in the 5th, John Jones, the 9-hitter and center fielder who had a terrific game last night, led off the inning with a line drive solo home run over the left field wall, his 3rd of the season, gave the Bees a 2-0 advantage. So Long Island was still in the game heading into the 7th inning. Bobby Blevins started the inning, and Blevins got a ground out to short from Anthony Hewitt. A good start for Blevins after the way the leadoff hitter was getting on at a rapid pace against him. However, John Jones would follow with a double to left center for his 2nd hit of the night. Blevins was replaced by lefty Patrick Kreider to face the lefty James Skelton. Skelton would draw a walk. Chavez would follow with an RBI single. That gave the Bees a 3-0 lead. Kreider was lifted at that point for right-hander Dan Blewett. And Blewett would allow 3 straight RBI singles as well as a wild pitch. RBI base hits from Jovan Rosa, Craig Maddox, and Jonathan Roof doing the damage. So all told in the inning, the Bees scored 4 runs on 5 hits off of Blevins and the Ducks bullpen, and they led it by a count of 6-0 at that point after 6.5 innings of play. They would go on to win it by that score as the Ducks managed just a single and a walk over the final 2 innings against Anthony Marzi. Cole Johnson finished with 7 innings of shutout baseball, allowing just 7 hits while striking out 3, and he picked up the win to improve to 3-3. Bobby Blevins suffered the hard luck loss. He turned in a quality start, allowing 3 runs all earned over 6 1/3 innings on 7 hits. He did not walk a batter and struck out 6, but ultimately his early inability to keep the ball in the ballpark and then the bullpen struggles in the 7th were not able to get him the victory, and ultimately Long Island couldn't get anything going against Johnson and Marzi. They combined to finish with a total of 115 pitches in the game, 88 of which were for strikes, so a total of 77% of the Bees' pitches last night went for strikes. Ducks were out hit 12-8, and Long Island left 8 men on base while New Britain left 7. So the Ducks will try and bounce back today, pick up their 21st win of the season in Game 1 of this single admission of this day-night doubleheader. 2 separate admissions, with Game 1 beginning at about 1:05 p.m., Game 2 at 6:35. Jack Snodgrass, the lefty starter for the Ducks, has come in from the bullpen. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup, then the starting lineups, and the first pitch of Game 1 of today's doubleheader between the Ducks and the Bees.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Long Island Ducks about to take the field here on this Saturday afternoon at Bethpage Ballpark for the opener of a day-night doubleheader against the New Britain Bees. Games 2 and 3 of this 4-game set. Bees winning the opener yesterday. Good pitching matchup here in Game 1. The Ducks will be sending out left-hander Jack Snodgrass to get the start in Game 1. Has had some mixed results this year, mostly good though. He is 3-3 with a 4.01 earned run average through 6 starts on the season, leads the Atlantic League with 44 strikeouts to just 10 walks over 33 2/3 innings of work. However, after winning 3 starts in a row, 3 straight quality starts from April 29th through May 11th, he has lost his last 2 outings, although the most recent one was a quality start. That was in Somerset this past Sunday in a 4-3 Ducks loss, where the lefty Snodgrass allowed 3 runs, 2 earned over 6 innings, gave up just 2 hits and 1 walk, while striking out 7. It marked the 4th time in 6 starts this year that he has struck out 7 or more batters, and also took the loss in Sugarland on May 17th, that morning affair where he allowed 8 runs on 8 hits over 5 2/3 innings, 5 of the 8 runs earned, so he'll be looking to bounce back and get in the win column today. Meanwhile, for the Bees, Josh Zeid will take the mound. The New Haven, Connecticut native, 2-2 on the year with a 4.26 ERA. He has made 6 appearances on the season, 5 starts. He has 29 strikeouts to 14 walks in 25 1/3 innings, and has won each of his last 2 outings, quality starts in both, most recently on Sunday against the York Revolution at home, when he allowed 2 runs on 3 hits over 6 innings, walked 2 batters, and struck out a seasonal choir who will perform today's national anthem. Hitting 8th, playing second base today is Matt Wessinger, and rounding out the order for the Ducks in left field is Anthony Vega. Again, it is a left-hander on the mound for the Ducks, Jack Snodgrass, who is taking his warm-up tosses. Righty Josh Zeid will oppose him for the Bees, and we are almost ready to go on this Saturday afternoon. Ducks have played very well here at home this year. No surprise after going 48-22 at the Duck Pond last year, their 3rd best home stretch of their history, for 3rd best home record in their history. Meanwhile, the Bees this year on the road have posted a 5-9 mark, 12-8 at home. They have played well at New Britain Stadium, but have struggled a little bit on the road. Didn't matter though last night, as the Bees shut out Long Island. First time the Ducks were shut out this year, as they fell by a count of 6-0. So we are just about ready to go. The righty swinging Steve Carrillo steps into the batter's box. Snodgrass is ready, kicks and delivers, and a fastball is on the outside corner for strike 1. We are underway. We begin at 1:10 p.m. here at Bethpage Ballpark for the first game of the doubleheader. And now it'll be an 0-1 from the lefty Snodgrass to the righty Carrillo. Kicks and deals. And another fastball. This one just missed outside to even the count. Fly ball on the left, well hit. Going back is Anthony Vega. Looks like he will have room, and he'll make the catch on the warning track for the first out here in the top of the first inning. So Carrillo gave it a ride, flirting with his first home run of the season. That wind is blowing out to left field as well. The flags atop the scoreboard in left center indicate that, and helped drive that ball a little bit deeper out to left, but ultimately could not clear the fence. So 1 away, base is empty, and up steps the shortstop, Brandon Chavez, a switch hitter batting from the right side. Ducks uniforms have the orange traditional Ducks logo on the front with the green number on the front and the back, white with black pinstripes as Snodgrass misses outside for ball 1. The Bees on their alternate yellow on the front, it does not say New Britain or Bees. In fact, it says Hardware City, which is the nickname for New Britain. 1-0. Now that fastball misses down low for ball 2. Stanley Black and Decker calls New Britain home. That's where its headquarters are located, so that is why it is known as the Hardware City. That's what the Bees have on their front of their uniforms. The black number on the front and the back. Here Snodgrass gets a strike. Fastball knee-high outside corner. And the count goes to 2-1 on Chavez, a former River Shark who is hitting .253 with a home run and 12 runs batted in. He's also spent time with many other Atlantic League teams, including the York Revolution. 2-1 from Snodgrass. That one misses way outside. You can tell he's frustrated with himself on the mound after that pitch. Ball just seems to be running out of his hand a bit and missing that outside corner. So Chavez ahead in the count here, 3-1 with the bases empty and 1 out. Jovan Rosa will follow. The 3-1 on the way. That's a good fastball right down the chute for strike 2 from Snodgrass. Ducks play Chavez straight away all the way around the infield and in the outfield. Now it'll be a 3-2. Southpaw ready. Deals to the plate, and Chavez grounds it foul. Third base side past the dugout. That is occupied by the Bees, so we'll do it once again at 3-2. Crowd continuing to file in here on this Saturday afternoon. And a chance to win a great prize here today. We'll tell you about it after the 3-2. Chavez takes outside ball 4, a changeup miss from Snodgrass. So there is his first walk allowed in the ball game. Chavez reaches with 1 out. And up will step the righty swinging Jovan Rosa. Well, today we'll have a lucky seat giveaway going on throughout the game here at Bethpage Ballpark. Every inning, the Ducks will pick a select seat in the course of the ballpark. And if it is occupied by a fan, that fan will win a special prize pack courtesy of Small Town Brewery and Not Your Father's Root Beer, which is sold here at the ballpark in many locations. First pitch to Rosa. Fastball outside corner for strike 1 from Snodgrass. Prize pack includes items like a t-shirt, a sweatshirt. The total package is valued at about $85. So pretty sweet deal. Now the 0-1, a throw over to first to check on Chavez, who is back safely. Chavez has 2 steals in 3 attempts this year, has some decent speed, and frequently saw him hitting at the top of the lineup when the Ducks were up in New Britain earlier this year and when he was a member of the River Sharks last season. 0-1 the count. Snodgrass looks to first, will throw over again, and he chases back Brandon Chavez. Rosa has been a good hitter this season for the Bees, hitting .312 on the year, 3 home runs, and 14 runs batted in. A Bees lineup that is not known for his offense. Put up 6 runs and 12 hits last night against the Ducks. Here's the 0-1. Ripped back past the mound towards second. Wessinger flips to short for 1, on to first, double play. So just what Snodgrass was looking for after the walk. 4-6-3 on the double play. No runs, no hits. Because of the twin killing, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. Bees nothing, and the Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolat walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolat pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolat's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolat. Visit Nicolat.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. So Jack Snodgrass works around a 1-out walk in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom half of the first with no score. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up again this season to present the walks with a purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. Michael Pollack here with you. Thanks so much for joining us on your Saturday afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from for Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader and Game 2 of this 4-game series. Josh Zeid, the right-hander for New Britain, done with his warm-up tosses, and he is about to face the Ducks for the first time here in 2016. The Ducks will send the top 3 in their order to the plate, all 3 righty hitters, Phelan Lentini, Dan Lyons, and Lou Ford. Now, Kevin Baez is a manager who likes to do that alternating of righty-lefty, both in his rotation and in the lineup as much as he could. It's a big reason why Snodgrass is going in Game 1 and Kern in Game 2, so he can follow up the righty Blevins yesterday, as the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner with the lefty Snodgrass and then the righty Kern instead of going righty-lefty. 0-1 to Lentini. And that fastball misses upstairs to even up the count at 1-1. Lentini hitting .284 on the year for the Ducks, 2 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Zeid out of the windup, the 1-1. Ripped into left field towards the line. That's going to land for a base hit. Rivers over to field it on the warning track. Lentini around first. He's motoring for 2. The throw in is not in time. So Phelan Lentini is in there safely with his 7th double of the season and a good start for the Ducks in the bottom of the first inning. It's a good job by Rivers to cut that off before it got to the wall and made it a close play at second base, but with Lentini's speed, he was running for second from the get-go, and he got in a hair before the tag from the second baseman Roof. So Lentini has his 7th double of the year and his 11th extra base hit. Good start for Long Island with a runner at second and nobody out. And let's see if Dan Lyons tries to bunt him over to third or swing away. The corner infielder's in on the edge of the grass to guard against the bunt. And the first pitch does not square, and he rips one in the air deep to left field. Rivers racing over towards the corner. He won't get it, and it will one-hop the wall. Lentini around third to score. Lyons will go in standing up at second. Back-to-back doubles for the Ducks, and they open the scoring in the first and take a 1-0 lead. So Kevin Baez not asking Lyons to move Lentini to third with less than 2 outs. First pitch swinging, and he nearly hits it out to left. He'll settle for the RBI double, his 13th run batted in of the year, and his 9th double of the season. The Ducks have been a team that has loved to accrue doubles here in the early going. They now are up to 328 doubles on the season. That leads the Atlantic League by 8 over Lancaster and York. And now Lou Ford to the plate from the right side. First pitch to him misses low, and a good block behind home plate from Nick Murphy, the catcher. So the count is 1-0 for Lentini, his 25th run scored of the year. That moves him into the team lead. He was tied with a couple of other players. 1-0. Ford takes low and away, and again Murphy has to go down and block it. So Zeid has had a little bit of trouble here in the early going. Back-to-back doubles, and now behind the dangerous Lou Ford at 2-0. Ford average up to .331 now on the season. That is good for 4th best in the Atlantic League. 5 home runs and 21 runs batted in. The 2-0 pitch. Ford takes that. Fastball misses high. And now 3-0 on the Ducks' designated hitter with Sean Burrows waiting on deck. Zeid working out of the stretch, gets the sign from Murphy. Looks back to second, 3-0 on the way. Ford takes all the way. It's right down the middle for strike 1. Zeid enters with a record of 2-2 on the year and a 4.26 ERA for New Britain. One of the few pitchers on this Bees staff, both starters and bullpen, that have struggled this season. 3-1, swing and a miss. Good fastball, and Ford late on it. Runs the count full. Bees entering today lead the Atlantic League with a 3.03 ERA and a sizable lead over the Ducks, who are second at 3.46. Lyons leads at second. Here's the 3-2, and Ford will swing and miss strike 3. So a good job by Josh Zeid. He fell behind Lou Ford at 3-0 and came back with 3 straight strikes to pick up his first strikeout of the game. With a 1 out, that'll bring up Sean Burrows.
First baseman, number 25, Sean Burrows, number 25.
So here is Burrows to bat from the left side. Cleanup hitter today for the Ducks as Tyler Colvin gets game 1 off. Ruben Gotay also getting the first game off. They will both likely play in the nightcap. First pitch from Zide, and Burrows lays off the high fastball for ball one. The Ducks' first baseman today hitting .305 on the year, no homers, and 9 runs batted in. .1-0. Pitch on the way, and Burrows rockets one in the air to deep left center field. Outfielders racing back. Kevin Rivers reaches up, and he's able to make the catch. A tremendous grab by Kevin Rivers in left to rob Sean Burrows of an RBI extra base hit. Lions had gone halfway between second and third, so he cannot even tag up and advance to third base. And with 2 away, that'll bring up the third baseman, Cody Puckett. I think Lions thought for sure that ball was going to get over the head of Rivers in left field, and that's why he didn't retreat to second base to tag up. Had he would have easily made it to third base. But a great catch by Rivers to rob Burrows of the 10th run batted in of the season for him. Here's Cody Puckett, first pitch down and away, and another terrific stop by Murphy on the backhand. So after allowing back-to-back doubles to start the inning, Zide has recovered. He had fallen behind Ford 3-0, but he's able to strike him out, and then gets the terrific grab in left field by Rivers for the second out of the inning, keeping the score 1-0. Now the 1-0, and Puckett broken back, ground ball to the right side. It's backhanded by Griffin, and he will clip it past the pitcher, covering at first. It gets by him. That will allow Lions to score, and the Ducks lead it 2-0 on the error. That would have been the third out of the inning and would have kept this a 1-0 game. Griffin was able to get to it, but his flip to first was way out in front of the pitcher, Zide, and went past him and towards the fencing of the Ducks dugout. So that will go down as an error on Griffin, his first of the season. He is so sure-handed at first base, it's very rare to see him make a miscue like that. It's an unearned run, obviously, and now the Ducks with a runner at first and 2 out. 2 runs in the inning. And up to the plate will step Mike Dowd, the catcher and 6 hitter for Long Island, and he takes a fastball low. And the count of 1-0. So no RBI for Puckett, who is playing his first game since Tuesday night when he suffered a hamstring injury. 1-0 is hit high in the air towards short. Brandon Chavez shading his eyes from the sun, has a beat on it, he'll make the catch. And that will retire the side, but an error cost the Bees a run. Instead, the Ducks get 2 runs on 2 hits and an error. They leave 1 runner left on base. So we go to the second inning here in the opener of this doubleheader. Ducks with a 2-0 lead over the Bees.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, as we head to the second inning, it is time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Good news, obviously, on the Cody Puckett front. He had missed 3 games with a hamstring injury. Obviously, is doing fine. He is back in the lineup and at third base here for the opener of the doubleheader. The Ducks will obviously be monitoring him to make sure that he is okay. But after some treatment over the last couple days, he is feeling fine and back in the lineup. And that's a good sign because hamstring injuries can always be tricky when they are suffered, and they do tend to take a little bit of time to recover. Ultimately, though, Puckett recovered quickly. He is back in the lineup. The only other injury note to talk about is Delta Cleary Jr. He remains out on the disabled list with a hand injury week to week at this point. The Ducks hoping he will be back sooner rather than later. So the Ducks spot Jack Snodgrass with an early 2-run lead, helped out by an error from John Griffin with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Jonathan Roof. That fastball misses downstairs for ball 1. Roof, the second baseman and cleanup hitter for New Britain. And the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, just missed the outside corner from the lefty. So Roof ahead at 2 balls and no strikes. He's hitting .296 on the year for the Bees with 2 home runs and 10 runs batted in. 2-0. Fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. Roof will be followed by Rivers and Griffin, 4, 5, and 6 in the order. After Snodgrass allowed just a walk, facing the minimum 3 in the first inning. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball diving down and in. And Roof with a big hack, cut right through it. Even at 2. Nice crowd on hand here for the afternoon affair. There will be an even bigger crowd here tonight with the fireworks following the game. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Snodgrass pulls the string on a changeup, diving down in the zone. First strikeout of the afternoon for the lefty. And there is one away. The last time Snodgrass took the mound here, he picked up the win. That was a 1-0 victory for the Ducks over the Somerset Patriots on May 11th. He struck out a career-high 12 batters over just 6 innings, gave up only 2 hits and a walk, no runs in that span. And the Ducks won that game. It was the only game of that 3-game set that the Ducks were victorious in. Now Rivers to the plate from the left side. A lefty-lefty matchup with Snodgrass as that misses up high for ball 1. Snodgrass made 2 starts on the road since that, both on the most recent road trip. One at Sugarland, one at Somerset, bookending the road trip. 1-0. Fouled over the screen off to the third base side of home plate. Evens up the count at 1-1 on Rivers, and he took the loss in both. Did not pitch well in Texas, pitched pretty well in Somerset, just didn't get enough run support. And he only allowed 2 hits and a walk, but 3 runs came in to score. 2 of those earned. 1-1, swing and a miss. Flew the fastball by him. And now the count 1-2. He's had a little trouble keeping the ball in the ballpark lately. He gave up a solo home run to Trayvon Robinson in that game on May 22nd and allowed 3 on May 17th in Sugarland. A swing and a miss here by Rivers as he chases down in the zone. Tag applied by Dowd for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Snodgrass as he continues to add to his league-leading total, now up to 46 on the year.
Batting in the 6th position, first baseman number 33, John Griffin. Number 33.
2 men out. That will leave it up to John Griffin, the first baseman and 6-hitter, batting from the right side. Griffin, the former Duck, trying to help out his team after committing an error that allowed a run in the bottom of the first. And first pitch from Snodgrass misses low, ball 1. Griffin struggling thus far this year, hitting just .192, 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. The 1-0, that's way outside for ball 2. If you join us for the night broadcast later, which will begin at 6:20 with the pregame show, it'll be here on YouTube as well as the Ducks flagship radio station, 103.9 FM LI News Radio. You'll get to hear from John. 2-0. Snodgrass misses again, this time up and away. So he's behind on Griffin at 3-0. Had a chance to talk with John before the doubleheader today. Always good to catch up with the first baseman that began the season with Long Island last year. 3-0 is rocketed to deep left center field. Racing back is Blake Tecote. Won't get it, and it's off the wall. Griffin around first, and he will head to second and stop right there with a 2-out double. So John Griffin and his .192 average, he swings away at 3-0. Got a good pitch to hit from Snodgrass and hit it a ton to the left of the batter's eye in center field, similar to where Maddox's home run went out in the second inning yesterday. It's the 4th double of the year for Griffin, and now runner at second with 2 out for John Jones. Ducks will have to be careful here with Jones, who had 3 hits and 4 at-bats last night. Don't want to give up runs with 2 outs in the inning, especially after taking a 2-0 lead the previous frame. First pitch from Snodgrass, and Jones will take a good fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Jones at 242 on the year so far for the Bees. 3 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Snodgrass set at the belt and is 0-1. Popped up, foul territory, first base side. Dowd gives it a look, as does Burrows, but this will be back into the second row behind the Ducks dugout. And so the count quickly at 0-2 against John Jones. Was at all 3 of his home runs in the last 5 games, hitting .368 in the last 5 games, 7 hits in 19 at-bats. Snodgrass, though, has gotten ahead of him 0-2, unlike Griffin, who he fell behind 3-0 on before the double. From the stretch, the 0-2. Kicking the pitch on the way, and Jones takes down and in. A good block at home plate by Dowd. So that is ball 1. So after the Ducks were shut out last night by Cole Johnson and Anthony Marzi, Ducks already with 2 on the scoreboard here in the first inning today. They lead at 2-0 over the Bees. Snodgrass looking to keep it that way. He's got a 1-2 count with a runner at second and 2 down. Pitch on the way to Jones, and Snodgrass misses way up and outside. Now to leaving things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Jones does reach, Anthony Hewitt would be the next hitter. Jones digs back in. Snodgrass looks in for the sign. Juggling the ball in his left hand as he does so, now ready to go. 2-2 on the way to Jones, and this pitch misses outside a fastball. So after getting ahead 0-2, count has gone full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. First base open, obviously, so Griffin won't be going with the 3-2 count. And Anthony Hewitt hoping to get a chance with 2 on and 2 outs here in the second. So it'll be a 3-2 from Snodgrass. Comes set at the belt, fires to the plate, and Jones will swing and rip this one in a left field base hit. Griffin on his way to third. He gets the stop sign there. Ball was bobbled by Lentini, but he's able to recover, by Vega. He was able to recover, though, and fire it back in, so the runners remain at first and third. Back-to-back 2-out hits for New Britain. And with runners at the corners and 2 down, that will bring up Anthony Hewitt.
Batting in the 8th position for the Bees, the left fielder, number 15, Anthony Hewitt.
So Jones continues to victimize the Ducks. Again, 3 hits yesterday, and already has 1 here today. That's the victim of falling behind in counts. Snodgrass fell behind Griffin 3-0 before allowing the double. Got ahead 0-2 on Jones, threw 3 straight out of the zone, and then gives up the single. And now he's got to deal with Hewitt, the 8-hitter and right fielder. First pitch, and he swings and misses on a changeup down and away for strike 1. Snodgrass has held opponents to a .250 batting average this year with runners in scoring position and 2 out, but he has given up 2 homers in these situations, so he has to be careful. 0-1, and Hewitt swings and rips one as short. 1 hop, Lyons is able to stop it, throw to second for the force, and that will retire the side. So a good job by Snodgrass and Lyons to team up and get out of the inning. Bees get a couple of 2-out hits, but they strand both runners. No runs come in to score in the inning. We head to the bottom of the second, and the Ducks still on top, 2-0.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/save-money.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. To the bottom of the second we go. Jack Snodgrass got into a little bit of trouble there in the top half of the inning, allowing back-to-back two-out hits, a double and a single, but ultimately on a sharp ground ball by Anthony Hewitt, Lyons is able to make the stop and the force out at second. So with the Ducks still on top 2-0, they will head to the plate for a second time today against Josh Zide, the righty for New Britain. And it'll be Blake T. Cody, Matt Wessinger, and Anthony Vega to the plate, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Ducks against the New Britain righty. Zide out of the windup, his first pitch, and T. Cody takes a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. There are a couple of scouts here again today, sitting behind home plate and watching the action, so they are looking at both of these teams, seeing if any talent is worthy of a signing by a major league organization. Swing and a miss by T. Cody, and it's quickly 0-2. The Ducks center fielder hitting .218 on the season with 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in. From the windup, the 0-2. T. Cody lines into center. That'll land for a base hit. Fielded by Jones, and he'll fire it back in. And a good start to the day for Blake T. Cody as he picks up a leadoff single in the second inning. Back-to-back innings, the leadoff hitter has gotten on for Long Island.
Batting in the 8th position, ball second baseman number 17, Matt Wessinger, number 17.
So with the runner at first and nobody out, here is the second baseman Matt Wessinger from the right side. Side's first pitch, breaking ball down and away. They appeal to first, and Silvio Martinez Jr. says he did not go around. Tom Gandolfo Jr. calling balls and strikes behind home plate today, with Silvio Martinez Jr. at first and Richard Katz around at third base, although now is positioned near second with the runner at first. 1-0. Wessinger squares the bunt, bunts it beautifully out in front of home plate. The catcher Murphy will field. He'll throw it to the first baseman Griffin in time for the out. So the sacrifice successful by Wessinger. The putout goes 2-3. And down to second base on the bunt is Blake T. Cody. Second sacrifice bunt of the year for Wessinger. Now the Ducks with a runner in scoring position and 1 out for Anthony Vega, the 9-hitter and left fielder for Long Island. Vega looking for the RBI single here to extend this Ducks lead. First pitch to him is a fastball and misses high and outside for ball 1. Vega enters with a .250 batting average on the year, 1 home run and 11 runs batted in. Getting his first start of this series. 1-0. This is high and outside again. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Vega. Ducks lead it 2-0 here in the second inning. For Vega, this is also his first start of the homestand. He's come in as a pinch runner multiple times, but has not started a game yet until today. 2-0. There's a good fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. It's part of a crowded outfield that has a lot of good options. Today you have Vega in left, T. Cody in center, Lentini in right, but you've got Lentini, T. Cody, Ford can play the outfield. Tyler Colvin can also play in the outfield. Fastball here is in for a strike as well, and it's now 2-2, and when Delta Cleary Jr. comes back, he primarily will play left field, and that's going to be an interesting problem that Kevin Baez will have to handle as to who will get to play when Cleary Jr. comes back. 2-2. Line drive over third, just foul. Vega was aiming for that left field line, trying to serve it over third and bring in T. Cody from second. Just missed. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lentini waits on deck for Long Island. Doubled and scored back in the first. T. Cody leads at second. Zide's 2-2 on the way, and Vega will check his swing on a breaking ball down low. They appealed to third, and Richard Katz said that Vega went around. So that is strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Zide. And with 2 outs, that will leave it up to Lentini. can definitely tell it was close from our vantage point on the check swing by Vega. Just could not tell whether that crossed the front of home plate or not, as we sit directly behind the catcher here behind home plate. Obviously much further back, but don't get the greatest view as we are blocked by the home plate umpire and the catcher. So with 2 outs, here is Lentini as T. Cody leads from second. First pitch, and that fastball misses upstairs for ball 1. Count 1-0 on Lentini, who again doubled to left field back in the first inning on a 1-1 pitch, and then scored when Dan Lyons followed with a first pitch RBI double into the left field corner. From the stretch to 1-0, Lentini a swing and a miss. Good fastball, and Lentini might have caught a little piece of it. The count 1-1. Ducks right fielder was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Picked up his 12th stolen base of the year, which is good for 4th in the Atlantic League. Leads this Ducks roster in steals. He's also second in stolen base percentage at .923. 1-1. Swing and a miss. That's a weak hack there by Lentini as he chased out of the zone down and away. Was trying to hold up, but could not do so. So he's now behind at 1-2 inside, 1 strike away from working around the leadoff single from Blake T. Cody. Ducks center fielder leads from second with 2 out. On the 1-2 offering from Zide. Kicks, deals, and Lentini checks his swing, takes a fastball low and away. Zide picked up the win his last time out on Sunday against York. At home, a 3-2 Bees win. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks over 6 innings while striking out 7. Had struck out 7 as well 2 starts before that in York in an 11-8 win. 2-2. Broken back, ground ball hit to short here. It's gobbled up by Chavez, and his throw to first is in time for the out. Very odd sound off the bat of Lentini, and the head of the bat went out to the left of the pitcher's mound as we view it, near short. So a ground out by Lentini ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for the Ducks. And we will head to the third here in the opener of a doubleheader at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks on top, 2-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting www.liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. So Jack Snodgrass will retake the mound for his third inning of work. Got into some trouble in the second, but was able to work his way out of it. Did strike out 2 in the inning, and he'll face the 9-hitter and catcher Nick Murphy to begin. First pitch to him, misses up and outside for ball 1. Snodgrass has had a little trouble with the strike zone at points in this game. He's walked 1, but seems to have fallen behind in many counts. Now is 1-0. That breaking ball misses low and outside. He's behind here at 2-0 on Murphy, who's hitting just 138 on the season, 4 of 29 at the plate. No homers or runs batted in. He has scored 1 run. 2-0. There's a strike. from Snodgrass, and it's 2-1. He'll be followed by Carrillo and Chavez, the top two hitters in the New Britain order. 2-1. Pitched here. Fastball missed inside, and now behind it 3-1 on Murphy. Carrillo waits on deck for New Britain. Snodgrass has not walked more than 3 in a game this year. He did that back on April 29th here against Southern Maryland. And the 3-1 of Murphy. There's a fastball strike, knee-high outside corner to run the count full. Murphy has yet to draw a walk this season for New Britain. Here comes the payoff pitch from Snodgrass. And this one broken back, ground ball to short. Lyons will field, then he'll throw over to Burrows at first for the out. So Murphy is retired. And there's one away in the third. Everything later today in the Atlantic League. It's the only game going on right now. Of course, the Ducks and the Bees will retake the field again at 6:35 for the nightcap, which is scheduled for 9 innings. It'll be righty Bruce Kern in that one against left-hander Brandon Fry. Southern Maryland visits Bridgeport. That game will begin at 6:12 over at the ballpark at Harper Yard. Blue Crabs picked up the victory last night over the Bluefish. That one by a final count of 8-5. Steve Carrillo takes a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Carrillo will fly out to left deep his first time up. York Revolution will host the Somerset Patriots at 6:30 p.m. from Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. Revolution with a 7-5 victory last night over the Patriots, keeping the Ducks in first place in the Liberty Division. 0-1. Check swing on the outside part of the plate. They appeal to first. Silvio Martinez says he did not go around, so it is 1-1. And then at 7 o'clock p.m., the Barnstormers host the Skeeters from Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Last night it was the Barnstormers coming away with a 6-5 victory over Sugarland. 1-1. And misses low and outside for ball 2 from Snodgrass on Carrillo. Yankees and the Rays get underway at 4:10 p.m. from Tampa, Florida. It's actually St. Pete, Florida. Tropicana Field the site for that one. Michael Pineda, who is 2-5 for New York, will oppose Matt Moore, who's 1-3 for Tampa Bay. Yankees with a win last night as this one is served over first down the right field line for a base hit. Lentini over to cut it off, holding Carrillo to a single. Third hit of the afternoon for New Britain. They have a runner at first with 1 out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Brandon Chavez. Chavez will step to the plate, switch hitter batting from the right side. Yankees again winners last night 4-1. A wild one for the Mets last night, who had a 5-1 lead going into the 9th inning. They lost the lead, but with the game tied in the bottom of the 9th, Curtis Granderson hit a walk-off home run for New York to kick off 1986 celebration weekend at Citi Field. First pitch here to Chavez is a strike down the middle, knee-high, 0-1 on Chavez, who drew a walk his first time up. Noah Syndergaard will take the mound tonight, 5-2 on the year against Kenta Maeda, who is 3-3 for LA. That game will begin at 7:15 in Flushing. 0-1 from Snodgrass. Looks to first, where Carrillo leads. Deals to the plate in the 0-1. Is again on the outside corner. Good changeup for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Cleveland Cavaliers defeated the Toronto Raptors last night to advance to the NBA Finals. Oklahoma City Thunder will try and do that tonight when they face the Golden State Warriors at Chesapeake Energy Arena. 9 o'clock p.m. start. Thunder lead the series 3-2. Throw over to first, and it gets past Sean Burrows and goes down the right field line. Carrillo will go to second base as Lentini picks it up, and he will fire it back in. And that's going to be an error on Snodgrass on the bad throw. So both pitchers have made an error here today, and for Snodgrass, that is his 3rd error of the season. So a poor pickoff attempt there from the Ducks left-hander as it gets past Sean Burrows and goes down the right field line. Each team with an error now today, and a runner at second with 1 out. 0-2 the count on Chavez. Snodgrass set at the belt, looks to second, deals to the plate, and Chavez takes low and away. Count goes to 1-2. And coming off their dominant 7-0 win over New York City FC last weekend, the Red Bulls will host Toronto FC tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. at Red Bull Arena. Here the Ducks lead at 2-0, top of the 3rd inning in game 1 of a doubleheader. The 1-2, and Chavez will swing and hit a ground ball to short. Runner going for third. Lions will have only one play. It's at first, and the throw is in time for the out. Ball was hit too slowly to get Carrillo out at third base, so he advances to third. Chavez out at first. And with 2 outs in the inning, that will leave it up to the DH, Jovan Rosa.
Rosa, number 35.
Snodgrass was able to strand a runner at third last inning with 2 outs. He actually had runners at the corners when Hewitt grounded into the force out at second. We'll see if he can do it again here with Carrillo at third and 2 down. Here is Rosa, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the first inning. First pitch from Snodgrass on the way, and Rosa takes a breaking ball in for a strike. The count 0-1. First time Snodgrass is facing New Britain. He has thus far faced Somerset 3 times, Sugar Land, Lancaster, and Southern Maryland each once. The 0-1 popped up in the air down the right field line, slicing foul and into the seats. So Snodgrass quickly gets ahead at 0-2 on Rosa, and 1 strike away from leaving the third runner on base for the Bees here in this game. Ducks with a 2-0 lead in the top of the third inning. Carrillo leads from third with 2 down, and here comes the 0-2. Snodgrass fires, and Rosa will check his swing on a breaking ball down low. Dowd appeals to first. Silvio Martinez said he did not go. So now the count 1-2. Snodgrass stands in at 6'6", 210 pounds, out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, 28 years old. 1-2. Fouled off again, first base side into the seats. A broken bat for Rosa, so he will have to head back to the third base dugout and get a fresh piece of lumber. So Rosa gets the new bat, and he'll head back to the batter's circle. Ducks have Rosa shaded here to the left side of the field. The second baseman, Wessinger, up the middle. Not directly behind second, but much closer to second base, so a big hole on the right side. And Dan Lyons, the shortstop, over a bit more towards third, with Cody Puckett near the line at third base. Carrillo takes his lead from third, and the 1-2 from Snodgrass. Deals, and Rosa will take downstairs. Good block at home plate by Dowd. Snodgrass has to be careful on balls down in the dirt, as you don't want it to get past your catcher and allow the Bees to get essentially a free run. Snodgrass has already made the mistake of the error on the pickoff attempt at first. That allowed Carrillo to go to second and out at third on the ground out. So now the count even at 2-2. Snodgrass ready, deals, and Rosa a ground ball foul, third base side. Ball was down in the zone. Rosa went fishing for it and just was able to foul it off enough to keep it alive, so we'll do it once again at 2-2. Bees have made Snodgrass work here in the early going. Next pitch will be number 55 for the left-hander. Looks in for the sign from Mike Dowd to Snodgrass, and now the 2-2 once again to Rosa. Pitch on the way, and it is missed low and outside. So now full at 3-2. First base is open. And waiting on deck is the second baseman, Jonathan Roof, who struck out his first time up. Snodgrass gets the sign, and his payoff pitch on the way to Jovan Rosa is swung on and missed, strike 3. Got him to chase down in the zone. Rosa thought he made contact with it. Home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo Jr. says otherwise. Third strikeout for Snodgrass, and he strands another runner at third base. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We will head to the bottom of the third, and the Ducks still on top of the Bees, 2-0.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. When Jovan Rosa struck out to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of today's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. So we head to the bottom half of the third inning with the Ducks on top 2-0. Good job by Jack Snodgrass to strand Steve Carullo at third base on that strikeout of Rosa. Each team with 3 hits, each team with an error from their pitcher. And the first pitch to Dan Lyons is swung and popped up a mile high on the infield, right in the middle. Who's going to catch it? The shortstop Chavez making the call, and he'll make the catch. So on one pitch, Lyons retired. Both times he's come to the plate, he has swung first pitch. And that's the first out here in the third inning. Lyons had swung first pitch in his first at-bat, but had much better results. A booming double into the left field corner. That brought in Lantino from second. So with 1 out and the bases empty, that will bring up the designated hitter Lou Ford batting from the right side. Ford, a strikeout victim his first time up. 1 of 2 on the day for Zide. And the first pitch here, like a hard slider over the outside corner that caught a piece for strike 1. Ford yesterday, he was the only Duck with multiple hits. He had a double and a single in 4 at-bats. And here he takes down low. For Ford, it was his team-leading 13th multi-hit game of the year. No surprise to see him at the top of the leaderboard in that category. The 1-1. Ford lifts this one high in the air down the right field line, drifting foul and into the crowd. So the count now 1-2. Ford had gotten ahead in the count 3-0, took a strike, and then swung through 2 straight fastballs from Zide. Now the 1-2 from the right-hander, and Ford will swing and pump this one up foul behind the plate. Murphy gives it a look. This will be back into the seats, though. That one just off to the first base side of home plate. So the count is 1-2 still on Ford. Zide looks in for the sign and comes set. And the 1-2 pitch swung on a line in the air to right center field. Shallow coming on hard as the center fielder Jones slides. He can't make the catch. It lands in for a base hit. So Lou Ford has himself his first hit of the day and the 4th hit for Long Island. And so the Ducks have a runner at first base with 1 out in the inning. And for Lou Ford, he has now hit safely in 10 consecutive games and has reached base safely in 16 in a row. 16 straight games, the longest on-base streak by a Duck this year. So Ford on at first with 1 out, just out of the reach of John Jones, who made a tremendous diving catch to rob Lentini of an RBI single last night. First pitch here to Sean Burrows, misses outside. That is ball 1. Burrows a fly out to deep left field in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Hit a rocket to left center, and Rivers made a terrific running catch to rob Burrows of an RBI hit. 1-0 here is swung on and missed. A fastball that is down in the zone, and he cuts through it. That'll even things up at 1-1. Ford has pretty good speed at first base, but not really much of a stolen base threat. Has not stolen this year. Griffin holding him on. Sides 1-1, and Burrows lays off the breaking ball down and away for ball 2. This is Zide's first time facing the Ducks this year. It's been very similar. He's faced one team 3 times already. That's the York Revolution. And then has faced Southern Maryland, Sugarland, and Bridgeport once each. Another one that misses low and outside. That is ball 3 to Burrows. So the count goes to 3-1, and Burrows looking to take another pitch possibly. That would allow him to walk and put 2 on with 1 out for Cody Puckett. Zide's 3-1 offering. Burrows takes, and the fastball hits the outside corner. Good fastball from Zide to run the count full at 3-2. We'll see if Kevin Baez puts Lou Ford in motion here with the full count, 1 out, and him leading off of first base. Throw over, and Ford has to scramble back quickly. Good thought process there by Zide, knowing that Ford could potentially be going on the pitch. Want to see if he could catch him napping off of first. But Ford does get back safely. Now the 3-2, Ford does go, and Burrows grounds this one foul, first base side. So that will keep the count full at 3-2. Tyler Colvin doing the coaching over at first base for Long Island. Again, he's getting game 1 off here. And I have to think he will probably play game 2 along with Ruben Gotay and Mike Blank. Those 3 off for game 1. Another 3-2 pitch. Ford goes, and Burrows slashes this one foul to the third base side. Out of play. So we will do it once again with the count full as Burrows fighting off a couple tough pitches with 2 strikes. Former big leaguer digs back in. Zide ready to go on the hill. Another 3-2 with the runner going, and Burrows grounds it to the right side. Griffin will field it. He'll take the short out at first. With Ford going, didn't really have a chance to get the out at second, so Burrows with a ground out to first. Ford moves to second base. And with 2 outs and the runner at second, Cody Puckett. So here is Cody Puckett, the bat from the right side, the Long Island third baseman who reached on an error his first time up. That was back in the opening inning that allowed Lions to score from second on the play when the flip by Griffin to the pitcher, Zide covering, went out in front of him and went past him to the Ducks dugout. First pitch here to Cody Puckett, and that fastball misses up and away for ball 1. Puckett started the opener of the series against Bridgeport on Tuesday night and had a couple of hits, but when he picked up his second infield single in the 7th inning, had to come out of the game after he struggled getting up the first base line. 1-0, swing and a foul tip into the glove of Murphy. And the count 1-1. And Kevin Baez saying that it was a little bit of a nagging injury for Puckett, but he was playing through it. And then ultimately when he suffered the hamstring injury there, it was time for him to come out of the game. He got some rest, now feeling much better. 1-1. Puckett lays off the breaking ball down and in. And now he's in front 2-1 on Zide. Missed the final 2 games of the series against Bridgeport and the series opener here yesterday, though he did take batting practice on the field before the game yesterday and was feeling good. So Kevin Baez puts him in for game 1. Again, a 7-inning game. 2-1, ripped up the middle in a center field base hit. Ford on his way to third. Kevin Baez is sending him around. Here's the throw to the plate from John Jones. It is going to be not in time as it hit off of the mound. A 2-out RBI single for Cody Puckett. Welcome back to the lineup. And the Ducks lead 3-0 here in the 3rd inning. That ball was hit so hard by Puckett up the middle, I didn't think that Ford was going to necessarily be able to score even with his speed. But Kevin Baez took the gamble to send him around, and the throw home from Jones might have had a chance if it didn't hit the mound. But the throw did hit that pitcher's mound and seemed to bounce straight up in the air and slow it down, and that's what enabled Ford to definitely be in there safely. So 2 hits in the inning. The Ducks have their 3rd run of the day. Here's Mike Dowd, and he takes a breaking ball strike over the outside corner. For Puckett, his 20th run batted in of the year, and for Ford, his 21st run of the season. Big 2-out RBI base hit for the Ducks third baseman, and here Dowd will take a fastball for a strike. And so the count quickly 0-2. Dowd had another hit yesterday, and he has been hitting red hot of late. 4 straight games with a hit, 6 of his last 7, hitting .462 in his last 7 games. And here he takes the fastball downstairs, another ball. And back-to-back 3-hit games on Wednesday and Thursday against Bridgeport. 1-2. Ground ball foul, third base side. So we'll do it once again with the count at 1-2 and Puckett leading from first. T2 has pretty good speed, but no stolen bases this year for Cody Puckett. Not quite as fast as guys like Lentini and Lyons, but still some good speed. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss by Dowd, who tried to pull an outside breaking ball. Third strikeout of the day for Zion. He gets out of further trouble, but the Ducks had another run on 2 hits. No errors, and they leave 1. We have played 3 in game 1 of a day-night doubleheader here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks 3 and the Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Ducks with a 3-0 lead over the New Britain Bees. We head to the 4th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark, as the Long Island Ducks look to take the opener of this doubleheader from New Britain and even the series at 1 game apiece. Ducks out hitting the Bees to this point 5-3. And for the Bees, they will be sending up 4, 5, and 6 in their order. It'll be Jonathan Roof, Kevin Rivers, and John Griffin coming to the plate.
Jonathan Roof, number 2.
First pitch on the way from Snodgrass. The breaking ball is taken for a called strike. The count 0-1. Roof, the second baseman, a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Quickly ahead is 0-2. Roof, the second baseman for the Bees, in the cleanup spot today after batting 5th yesterday. Takes an 0-2 low and outside for ball 1. Will be followed by Rivers and Griffin in this inning, as the Bees try and get their first run of the game. With the Ducks leading by 3, the 1-2 pitch to Roof is swung on and tapped foul. Just caught a little piece. So we'll do it again with the ball on 2 strikes. We'll get you the 4th inning trivia question momentarily and get you what today's question will be and give you the rest of this top of the 4th inning to come up with the correct answer. Snodgrass looks in for the sign. And the 1-2 here misses down and in. It'll go all the way back behind home plate. So that will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. From the windup, Snodgrass kicks and fires a 2-2 that is swung and grounded foul, third base side again. Well, Josh Sneid, the starting pitcher for the New Britain Bees, who is 29 years old from New Haven, Connecticut, did spend some time in the major leagues. The 2-2 on the way, swung and grounded foul again to the third base side. 3 straight 2-strike foul balls by Roof. The question, with which team did he spend his 2 seasons in the major leagues with? We'll let you think about it. We'll give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning with which team did Josh Seid, today's starter for New Britain, spend his 2 seasons in the major leagues with. 2-2 to Roof. Popped up foul, first base side. Again, this will make it into the seats. So Snodgrass having trouble here, retiring the leadoff hitter of the 4th, and New Britain doing a good job getting his pitch count up. He's already at 64 pitches on the afternoon. The Ducks don't want to have to use too much of their bullpen here in game 1. With the 9-inning game following and Bruce Kern starting, he's only going to be able to go a few innings. 2-2, misses low. So now the count is full at 3-2. The next pitch will be number 10 of this at bat from Snodgrass to Roof. Snodgrass looks in for the sign. The Ducks have Roof shaded slightly to the left side. The 3-2 popped in the air to center field. Couple steps back for Blake T. Cody, who has it lined up. He'll make the catch, and Roof retired for the first out of the 4th inning. So Snodgrass wins the battle on the 10th pitch of the at-bat. And now that'll bring up the left fielder, Kevin Rivers, who is 0 for 1 with the strikeout.
Left fielder number 9, Kevin Rivers, number 9.
So Rivers will dig in as Snodgrass steps back up onto the rubber. Cody Puckett playing inside at third, but well off the third base bag. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball down in the zone from Snodgrass, and it's 0-1. Rivers struck out in the 2nd inning. Yesterday was 1 for 4 at the plate. Now the 0-1. Rivers will lay off this as it misses down and away for ball 1. Bees had 12 hits in yesterday's game. All but 3 were singles. John Jones had a double. Craig Maddox and John Jones each had a home run. 1-1, breaking ball, just missed the inside corner. So Snodgrass now behind at 2-1 with John Griffin waiting on deck. And a crouch as he looks out to the starting pitcher for Long Island. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, up the middle. And the 2-1 pitch to Rivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Good curveball diving down and in. Leaving up the count at 2-2. Home plate umpire saying that Rivers just got a little piece of it. Still a strike either way. And now a 2-2 coming up from the Ducks left-hander. Beautiful day for baseball here on this Saturday afternoon. Snodgrass is 2-2. Lifted in the air to shallow left field. Going out the shortstop Lyons. He won't get it. It lands for a base hit. Lyons does retrieve it, though, in shallow left and fires in to Wessinger at second to keep Rivers at first. But it's an opposite field base hit. 4th hit of the game for New Britain. And they have 1 on with 1 out for John Griffin.
First baseman number 33, John Griffin, number 33.
Not much the Ducks could do about that one. A little flare in a shallow left that was too far for even the speedy Dan Lyons to get on the fly, and much too shallow for Anthony Vega to get to. So here's Griffin from the right side with 1 out. First pitch is a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. First at bat of the day in the 2nd inning for Griffin. He took 3 straight out of the zone and then swung 3-0 and hit an absolute rocket off the wall to the left of the batter's eye in center field. Rivers leads from first, the 0-1. And Griffin a swing and a miss. Good fastball low and away. That's down quickly, 0-2. Griffin yesterday for the Bees was 0 for 3 at the plate. Was hit by a pitch his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning yesterday. Here's the 0-2. That fastball just missed the inside corner for ball 1. If Griffin does anything but hit into a double play, John Jones would be the next hitter. Burrows holding on the runner at first. The second baseman, Wessinger, shaded up the middle. Here comes the 1-2 from Snodgrass. Griffin swings and misses at a breaking ball over the outside corner, strike 3. I think he thought that was going to break back towards the plate, but it kept tailing away. 4th strikeout for Snodgrass. So Snodgrass has had at least 4 strikeouts in all 7 of his starts this year. And with 2 men out and the runner still at first, that'll bring up John Jones. So here is Jones to the plate from the right side, a single his first time up back in inning number 2. Rivers takes his lead from first. Snodgrass comes set. The first pitch to the Bees center fielder on the way is a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike. Well, Jones last night was a triple shy of the cycle and did it in reverse order. He had a solo home run to left in the 5th after striking out in the 2nd, doubled to left in the 7th, and then singled to center in the 8th. But never got another chance to come to the plate to try for the cycle. The 0-1, Jones lays off the breaking ball outside to even up the count. The RBI yesterday was number 14 on the year for Jones. He scored 2 runs, so he's now up to 12 in that category. And the double was his 5th, the homer his 3rd. Runner leads from first with 2 down. 1-1 from Snodgrass, and Jones will take down and in. Breaking ball from Snodgrass. It goes to 2-1. Slow-moving game here in the opener of this day-night doubleheader. Ducks with a 3-0 lead over the Bees. 2 in the first and 1 in the 3rd for Long Island. 2 of their runs scoring with 2 outs in the inning. Snodgrass gets the sign from Dowd. And his 2-1 pitch, swing, a check swing on a pitch toward the outside corner. They appeal to first, and Silvio Martinez Jr. says he went around. That was close. But the appeal works for the Ducks, and now the count even at 2-2. If Jones reaches Anthony Hewitt, would be next. Snodgrass dangling that ball in his left hand as he looks in for the sign at home plate. Now he's ready. Rivers with a healthy lead at first. On the 2-2 pitch. Low and away. Snodgrass missed with the fastball, so that'll run the count full at 3-2. And with 2 men out, that will mean the runner will be off on the pitch from the Ducks left-hander. Snodgrass trying for his 5th strikeout of the day to again strand a runner on base. Bees have left 2 on in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd in this game. Payoff pitch on the way. Runner goes, and this is swung on a line right at the 3rd baseman, Cody Puckett. So Jones hit it again on a 3-2 pitch, a bullet to the left side. This time, though, wasn't able to sneak it between 3rd and short. It's caught by Puckett, and the side retired. No runs, a hit, and a runner left on base for New Britain. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks 3 and the Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Darren Downs, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, it is time for the answer to today's 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We will give you the question once again. We asked it to you in the top half of the 4th inning. Josh Zeid, the starter for the New Britain Bees, spent 2 seasons in the major leagues. In 2013 and 2014, we wanted to know with which team he pitched in the major leagues with. If you guessed the Houston Astros, you would be right. Pitched in 48 games for the Astros over those 2 seasons. This is low here to Blake T. Cody for ball one as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Combined an 0-1 record with a 5.21 ERA and one save in those 48 appearances. Line drive to left for T. Cody, and he's going to have his second hit of the ball game. He had single to center on an 0-2 pitch in the second, and now on a 1-0 pitch, singles to left here in the fourth. So a good start to the doubleheader for Blake T. Cody, and the Ducks get the leadoff man on for the third time in 4 innings. That'll bring Matt Wessinger to the plate. Zide's first year with Houston pretty good, a 3.90 ERA in 25 games, and struck out 24 over 27 and 2/3 innings. First pitch is taken for a strike by Matt Wessinger, and the count 0-1. Wessinger in his first trip to the plate laid down a sacrifice bunt, then moved T. Cody to second. Here he'll swing away and foul it back behind the plate. And it's now 0-2. Zide spent the 2015 season with the Tigers AAA affiliate in Toledo, Ohio, was 4-3 with a 4.46 ERA, primarily a reliever, 42 appearances, 4 starts. This is his first year as a full-time starter since much earlier in his career. This pitch misses low and outside ball one. His first season with Williamsport in 2009 started all 15 appearances, but ever since that point, he would start about a third or a half of his appearances. Otherwise was in the bullpen. 1-2, fastball misses inside. The count goes to 2-2, so getting an opportunity as a starter here, trying to take the Rich Hill route back to the major leagues and use the Atlantic League to showcase his stuff as a starter and get back to the big leagues. 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3 as Wessinger chased it down and away. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Zide. He's had 1 in each inning, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Ducks left fielder number 27, Anthony Vega, number 27.
So with 1 out and the bases empty, Anthony Vega will come to the plate for the Ducks. Batting from the left side, he struck out his first time up. And the first pitch is low and outside for ball one. Again, Vega did not play in yesterday's game as the Ducks opened the series against the Bees and were defeated 6-0. T. Cody leads from first to 1-0, and Vega a big swing and a miss. Evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Phelan Lentini will follow for the Ducks. The lefty at the plate. Carrillo plays in tight at third, the 1-1. That's outside for ball 2. Griffin holding on the runner at first base while the middle infielders play at double play depth. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch on the way. And Vega takes a breaking ball low and in once again. Now 3-1. The Ducks 9-hitter and left fielder. See if he can work his way on. Pitch on the way, runner goes from first. Vega a swing and a foul ball. Just caught a piece of it. Good jump for T. Cody. And Vega on the hit and run. Nearly made contact and put it in play, but instead fouled it down into the dirt. So T. Cody has to retreat to first. Have to think he'll probably go again with the count at 3-2 and 1 man out. So here comes the pitch on the way. A throw over to first and back safely is T. Cody. Again, Zion trying to keep a close eye on the Ducks center fielder. Vega ready in the batter's box. Zide set on the mound. There goes T. Cody and the pitch to Vega. Low and inside, ball 4. So Anthony Vega draws a walk. It's the first base on balls allowed today by the right-hander Josh Zide. So T. Cody will go to second. It's our first Municipal Credit Union walk with the purpose of the day. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So 2 men on and 1 out. It's the first time the Ducks have had 2 on the bases at the exact same time. Of course, Lentini had the double. Lyons double brought him in. And then Cody Puckett, when he reached on the error, brought in Lyons from second. First pitch on the way to Lentini, and he checks the swing and takes low and outside, ball 1. And then Ford had singled in the third and then came home on Puckett's single. So the Ducks have never in this game had 2 men on the bases except while they were running at the same time. So T. Cody is the runner at second, and Vega the runner at first. Good speed on for the Ducks. The 1-0, and Lentini lines this one in the air towards shallow right. Racing in is Anthony Hewitt, and he won't get it. It drops in for a base hit. It lands in between the second baseman Roof, the right fielder Hewitt. 7th hit of the ball game for Long Island, and they now have the bases loaded with 1 away for Dan Lyons. Lentini with his second hit of the day, and he found the sweet spot in right field. Too far out for Roof, too shallow for Hewitt. I thought Hewitt was going to be able to get there. He seemed to hesitate a little bit off the bat and wasn't able to recover. That's it. Now the bag's full for Dan Lyons. Ducks on the pond, if you will. And Lyons this year with the bases loaded 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. So we'll see if he can come up with another big hit here and extend this 3-0 Ducks lead. First pitch on the way from Zide, and Lyons takes a fastball that just caught the outside corner for strike 1. Of course, earlier this homestand on Wednesday, Tyler Colvin with a grand slam over the right center field wall for the first Ducks grand slam this year. 0-1, and Lyons takes another good fastball from Zide in for a strike. So the Ducks shortstop quickly behind at 0-2. That grand slam also won a fan $10,000 as part of winning inning Wednesday. 5th inning was the designated grand slam inning, and sure enough, Colvin obliged. Send one lucky fan home happy. 0-2 from Zide, and Lyons swings and fouls it off first base, side out of play. So a good defensive swing there from Lyons on the hard fastball. He's able to keep it at 0-2. There's good speed all the way around, so an extra base hit here will probably clear the bases. With T. Cody at third, Vega at second, and Lentini at first. Another 0-2, and Lyons will lay off the breaking ball down and outside. Lyons an RBI double on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. Popped to short on the first pitch he saw in the third. So here taking a few more pitches. This next one will be number 5 of the at-bat. Another 1-2, and Lyons rips this one into left field. Rivers makes the catch at high. Tagging from third is T. Cody. He will try and score. The throw in is not in time. It's a sac fly and an RBI to left for Dan Lyons. His second run batted in of the day. The Ducks add another and lead it 4-0 in the fourth. So tough for Lyons. He hit that ball right on the button, but also hit it right at Rivers in left. So with 2 men out, that is going to bring up Lou Ford, the designated hitter. The other 2 runners, Vega at second, Lentini at first, could not advance on the sac fly. So here is Ford from the right side, 1 for 2 with a run scored. The first pitch from Zide is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. And all things considered for Zide, if he can get out of this inning with just that 1 run allowed, you feel much better about it. He's given up 2 singles and a walk in the inning. The 0-1, breaking ball is downstairs, taken by Ford for ball 1. Ford had struck out his first time up, but singled with 1 out in the third, and then came home from second, beating the throw to the plate on the 2-out RBI base hit from Cody Puckett. 1-1, and Ford will lay off a breaking ball taken down in the dirt. So the Ducks with a 4-0 advantage over the Bees in the 4th inning. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They're out hitting New Britain 7-4 here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Runners lead in the 2-1 from Zide on the way. Ford will swing and rocket this one into left field. Back goes Kevin Rivers. He won't get it. It's over his head and 1 hop off the wall. Vega will score. Lentini will stop at third. And in at second with a 2-out RBI double is Lou Ford. The 3rd run of the game for Long Island to score with 2 outs in an inning. And it's a 5-0 Ducks lead. Ball was hit so hard by Ford, and one hopped off the wall right to Rivers. That's why even the speedy Lentini could not score on it. And now Jason Blanton, the pitching coach for the Bees, will head out of the dugout to try and settle down his right-hander, who again has struggled this season and has now allowed a season-high 5 runs to the Long Island Ducks over the first 3 2/3 innings. So Lou Ford has his second straight multi-hit game, picks up RBI number 22 on the year. Vega scores his 13th run on the play, and Lentini goes from first to third. And now 2 in scoring position for Long Island for the dangerous Sean Burrows, who could blow this game open to a 7-0 lead with a hit right here. So the Ducks lead it 5-0. The conversation is over on the mound. Zide will stay in. The right-hander currently at 79 pitches in this game, 49 for strikes. First pitch to Sean Burrows is down and in, and an excellent block on the backhand at home plate by Murphy. That allows the runners to stay put. But it's 1-0 on Burrows, who has gone 0 for 2 thus far. He had a deep drive to left center in the first. That was caught by Kevin Rivers, and then grounded out to first in the 3rd inning. 1-0. There's a strike. Good fastball on the outside corner. Burrows was 1 for 4 last night, but that one hit extended his hitting streak to 11 consecutive games, the longest by a Duck this year, and the longest active hitting streak in the Atlantic League. Side's 1-1, and Burrows lifts this one foul. Third base side out of play. Back into the seats, and so the count is now 1-2 on Burrows. Lentini leads from third, Ford from second base, and the 1-2 pitch to Burrows down and in, and again Murphy is able to block it and keep it at home plate. Tremendous job by Murphy. He's had to deal with several pitches down in the zone from the righty side today, and with the runner at third base has to be extra careful. They're already down by 5 and don't want to fall behind any further. So it'll be a 2-2 pitch on the way now to Sean Burrows. Side kicks and fires, and Burrows will swing and miss for strike 3. He chased the breaking ball down and in. Burrows tosses the bat and the helmet away in disgust as the side is retired. But the Ducks are able to get 2 more runs in the inning on 3 hits as they send 7 men to the plate. They leave 2 on base, and after 4 innings of play, the Ducks with a 5-0 lead over the New Britain Bees.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits. Two more runs for the Ducks come home in the bottom of the 4th. They now have a 5-0 advantage over the New Britain Bees in a 7-inning game here, game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. So a good start to this one for Long Island, and now Jack Snodgrass is about to begin his 5th inning of work, has allowed just 4 hits to this point, walking 1 and striking out 4. And Ducks fans, on a warm day like today, perfect way to chill out is with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee available at the concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. So Snodgrass back to the mound will face 8, 9, and 1 in the order for New Britain. Hewitt, Murphy, and Carrillo. First pitch, and Hewitt takes inside on a fastball for ball 1. Hewitt, only at bat of the game, came in the second inning with runners at the corners and 2 down. He grounded into a force out at second base. A 1-0 breaking ball is on the outside corner for a called strike. And that will even things up at 1-1. Snodgrass goes through the signs again with Dowd. Pitch on the way, swung and tapped weakly foul here to the third base side of the plate. So the count now 1-2 with Murphy waiting on deck. Again, Bees have had a total of 4 hits in the game, 3 singles, and the double by Griffin in the second inning. Only once have they had multiple runners on in an inning. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Snodgrass pulls the string on a breaking ball down to the zone. He's got 5 strikeouts today. And there's the first out here in the top of the 5th. Snodgrass coming to Long Island after spending 5 seasons in the Giants organization. Last year, split time with AA Richmond and AAA Sacramento. Combined was 5-5 with a 4.35 ERA in 17 games, 11 of which were starts. And here he misses just low and outside for ball 1 to Nick Murphy. Catcher and 9-hitter grounded a short his first time up, leading off the third inning. Snodgrass is 1-0. Well, that's grounded past the mound towards the middle. Backhanded stop by Wessinger, but he bobbled it. And safe at first is going to be Murphy. It's going to be an infield single there for Murphy. A tough play for Wessinger ranging up the middle. And trying to make the backhanded stop, but ultimately it ended up hitting off the heel of his glove. So now runner at first base with 1 out for New Britain. And up to the plate will step the third baseman Steve Carrillo, who has flown out to left and singled to right in his 2 trips to the plate. Snodgrass comes set. First pitch on the way. And that fastball misses inside for a ball. The count goes to 1-0. Carrillo had singled in the third inning, went to second on an error, and then advanced to third on a ground out. Squared to bunt, but pulled back and took a ball up high. And so the count now goes to 2-0. The hit was the 5th of the game for New Britain by Murphy. And just his 5th on the season. And now 31 at-bats. Snodgrass comes set. The 2-0. And that fastball just missed the inside corner for ball 3. So now all of a sudden Snodgrass behind Carrillo at 3-0, and you don't want to put too many guys on here with guys like Chavez and then eventually Jones and Roof. So it'll be a 3-0 pitch with the runner leading from first. And there's a good fastball on the outside corner for strike 1 to the Bees' third baseman. Again, New Britain has worked Snodgrass's pitch count up here in the early going. He's already at 91 for the game, so I'm not sure how much further he'll be able to go with his pitch count already elevated. His 3-1. And that's lined to the right side and past Sean Burrows for a base hit. Around second and heading to third is going to be Murphy. Lantini will fire it back in. Just out of the reach of Burrows on the right side of the infield, and now the Bees have runners at first and third with 1 man out in the inning. And up to the plate is going to step the shortstop, Brandon Chavez.
Shortstop, number 11, Brandon Chavez, number 11.
So up to the plate steps Chavez, the switch hitting shortstop from the right side, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out to short. Bees trying to crack the scoreboard here in the 5th. And Snodgrass's first pitch is a breaking ball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. surely Snodgrass will look for another ground ball here from Chavez. This is the third runner of the game to get to third base for New Britain. 0-1 from the left-hander. And Chavez lays off this one that misses outside. Now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. You got the righty swinging Jovan Rosa waiting on deck. Ducks ahead 5-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Back-to-back singles with 1 out. Now the 1-1. And Snodgrass misses low and inside for ball 2 on a fastball. He's continuing to be patient with the left-hander. Snodgrass will have to dig deep into his bag here to try and find a way out of this first and third 1-out jam. The 2-1 from the lefty. Chopped on the ground, foul to the third base side. A good breaking ball down in the zone, so now the count even. Snodgrass will surely take the strikeout here. He's already walked Chavez once. He knows Chavez has a good eye and can't really miss too far out of the zone, otherwise he won't swing. So Murphy leads from third, Carrillo from first with 1 out. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from the lefty. Kicks and fires, and Chavez will swing and ground it hard to third. Backhand stop by Puckett. Goes to second, 1, onto first, double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Snodgrass, and a terrific backhanded pick out of the dirt from Cody Puckett to start things off. And the side retired in the 5th. So Snodgrass works his magic again. No runs, 2 hits. Because of the double play, only 1 left. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Ducks still in front 5-0.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Cody Puckett with a terrific pick out of the dirt on a solid line drive off the bat of Brandon Chavez, helping start a 5-4 inning ending double play in the top of the 5th. And after back-to-back 1-out singles allowed by Jack Snodgrass, he's able to get out of the inning and keep the Ducks in front 5-0. Defense has played well behind him tonight. And Cody Puckett, who had missed 3 games in a row with a hamstring injury, able to make the fine play. And that one's kind of a do-or-die play. There's a little bit of luck involved in it, but he was able to stick with it and make that good scoop out of the dirt on the backhand. If that gets off his glove, goes past him, a run easily scores. And here Puckett lines one at third, and that one is caught by the third baseman Carrillo. So how about that? Puckett makes the great play at third, and now he lines out right to his counterpart at third, looking for his second hit of the game. So Puckett is now 1 for 3 at an RBI single back in the third. And there's 1 out in the 5th. Josh Knight on the mound for his 5th inning of work. Again, at that, I ticked off the glove and Carrington a left. 1 run definitely scores. Still only 1 out, and who knows how the inning goes. First pitch here to Mike Dowd is a strike on a good fastball. Dowd 0 for 2 on the day, as he has popped to short and struck out swinging. Here a chopper foul. Dowd out in front and just caught a piece. Dowd, Wessinger, and Burrows, the only 3 that have yet to reach base for the Ducks in this game. Wessinger 0 for 1, Dowd 0 for 2, Burrows 0 for 3. Ducks out hitting the Bees 8-6. They lead it 5-0. And now the 0-2 pitch. Dowd will check his swing on a breaking ball down low. They appeal to first. And Silvio Martinez Jr. says he did not go around. Assisted on the call by Tyler Colvin, who was coaching at first, and also put his hands in a safe motion to say he did not swing. Now the 1-2 pitch. And Dowd will pop this one up. Foul territory first base side. John Griffin on the grass will make the catch in foul territory. So Dowd is now 0 for 3. And 2 quick outs for Zide in the 5th. That will bring up Blake T. Cody.
Blake T. Cody, number 6.
Zide has been a little bit more economical than Snodgrass, but not by much. The next pitch he throws will be number 90 in the ballgame. He has 56 strikes. First pitch here to Blake T. Cody is a slider in for a strike. And the count 0-1. Great start of the day for T. Cody. Single to center in the 2nd, single to left in the 4th, and eventually scored on the sac fly to left from Dan Lyons. 0-1. That fastball missed inside to even the count at 1-1. We'll see if Snodgrass comes out for the 6th inning. He finished that 5th inning with a total of 97 pitches, 57 for strikes. 1-1 is popped up in a left field. Foul territory, long run over to the stands for Carrillo. He'll run out of room as it lands a couple rows back into the crowd. So the count still now 1-2 on T. Cody with Matt Wessinger waiting on deck. Looking ahead to that 6th inning, Bees will have 2 righties and a lefty coming up in Rosa, Roof, and Rivers. 1-2. T. Cody, a ground ball past the mound in a 2nd. It's gobbled up there by Roof, and his throw to first in time for the outside retired for the Ducks in order for the first time this afternoon. So Zide with a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. We will head to the 6th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks in front of the Bees 5-0.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappies Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, then Chappies Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappies Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. So, Kevin Baez will stick with Jack Snodgrass as we head to the 6th inning and try and get one more inning out of his starter. Again, he enters the inning with 97 pitches on the day, 57 of them for strikes, but ultimately has thrown up 5 zeros in terms of the run column. These have 6 hits against him, 5 of which have been singles. He has walked only 1 and struck out 5. And so he will try and pitch a scoreless inning here in the 6th. And then I would have to think Kevin Baez would turn it over to his bullpen for the 7th. Again, this is a 7-inning game, the first game of this day-night doubleheader. Jovan Rosa, the righty swinger, will lead off, and he takes a breaking ball in for a strike at the knees, 0-1. I wonder if the results so far from these 3 hitters factored into the decision for Baez to stick with Snodgrass. They have combined to go just 1 for 6 thus far. The 0-1 is fouled over the screen, back behind the plate. And the count quickly at 0-2. Rosa grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first, struck out swinging to end the third. And now it'll be an 0-2 on the way from the left-hander Snodgrass. Looks in for the sign from down, gets the pitch he likes. The 0-2 on the way, and Rosa takes the fastball low. Wind continues to blow from right to left here at Bethpage Ballpark. Not a cloud in the sky, just clear blue skies overhead. The sun drenching the field here on a beautiful Saturday for baseball. Weather's supposed to be terrific today and tomorrow. Now the 1-2 on the way. Rosa lines this one over first into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Lands fair down the line. Lantini cuts it off as Rosa will have to hold it first. So a leadoff single down the right field line for Jovan Rosa, his first hit of the day. And that will bring up the second baseman, Jonathan Roof.
Jonathan Roof, number 2.
So not the way Snodgrass wanted to start the inning after getting ahead 0-2. Now here is Roof from the right side, 0 for 2 in the game with a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch on the way. It's a fastball strike on the inside corner, 0-1. You do have the lefty Rivers waiting on deck. But after him, you have 4 righties. It's a righty-heavy lineup, so I don't think you'd bring a lefty out of the bullpen, especially with Snodgrass, a lefty on the mound. The 0-1. Chopped on the ground, right back to the mound. Snodgrass fields, throws to the shortstop, Lyons for 1. On to first, double play. Just what the doctor ordered again for Jack Snodgrass. The second double play turned by the Ducks in as many innings. It goes 1-6-3. And just like that, 2 away. You always get a little bit nervous when the ball is hit to Snodgrass and he goes to throw it over to first. Again, he has made 3 errors this season. Earlier today, back in the third inning with Carrillo at first, his pickoff attempt was thrown away. So once he got it, it was a matter of making an accurate throw to Lyons, but instead of rushing it, he took his time, made the perfect strike, and Lyons was able to turn the double play. So with 2 outs here is Rivers to the plate, and the first pitch to him misses low. Count 1-0. Rivers 1 for 2 on the day. He struck out in the second inning, and in the fourth blooped a single into shallow left field. 1-0, and Rivers this time takes inside on a fastball. So Snodgrass behind at 2-0. Cody Puckett well off the bag at third. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, shaded up the middle. And the second baseman, Wessinger, over into the hole on the right side. 2-0. Rivers, a ground ball right to where Wessinger was standing. The second baseman over to first for the out. And Jack Snodgrass with 6 shutout innings here today to start off this doubleheader. Gives up the leadoff single, double play, ground out, end of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. Ducks 5 and the Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Jack Snodgrass has fired 6 scoreless innings for the Ducks in Game 1 of today's day-night doubleheader. The Ducks 3 defensive outs away from evening up this series at a game apiece. First, Josh Zide will retake the mound for his 6th inning of work, and the Ducks will look to extend this 5-0 advantage. Zide at 93 pitches right now, 59 for strikes. And for the Ducks, it'll be Matt Wessinger, Anthony Vega, and Phelan Lantini, 8, 9, and 1 in the order, looking ahead to the 7th. Again, this is a 7-inning game in Game 1, as Wessinger takes low for ball 1. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order. John Griffin, John Jones, Anthony Hewitt, 3 righties for the Bees, due up in the top of the 7th. Zide's pitch, and Wessinger pumps this one up foul back behind the plate. Murphy gives this one a look, but this will be back into the seats until the count 1-1. A trio of fans sitting in section 103. The ball landed just to the left of them. They had no idea where that one was, and very fortunate that they had missed them. 1-1, and Wessinger taps this one past the mound towards second. It's gobbled up by Roof, and his throw over to first in time to beat Wessinger by a step. So Matt Wessinger now 0 for 2 with a sac bunt on the day. And Zide has now retired 5 in a row after the RBI double from Lou Ford back in the 4th. One out. And that will bring up Anthony Vega. First pitch, and Vega takes a slider knee high for a strike, 0-1. Vega drew a walk his last time up in the 4th and eventually scored on that RBI double from Lou Ford. First at bat, a strikeout swinging. 0-1 is a swing and a miss. Good fastball from Zide, and he's quickly ahead, 0-2. So again, with 3 righties scheduled up, I cannot imagine Kevin Baez will go back to Snodgrass, the lefty, for a 7th inning of work. He is already over 100 pitches in this game, but who knows? And they go to Mrs. Lone outside for ball 1. It is not a save situation, so cannot expect to see Todd Coffey come in, but maybe Amalio Diaz or somebody else. Swing and a miss by Vega, strike 3. Foul tipped it actually into the glove of Murphy. 6th strikeout of the ball game for Zide. And with 2 men out in the inning, that's going to leave it up to Phelan Lantini.
Back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks with right fielder, number 22, Phelan Lantini, number 22.
So here's Lantini to the plate from the right side. He has had a good afternoon, 2 for 3 at the plate with a run scored, and here he takes a breaking ball in for a strike. Lantini doubled to lead off the bottom of the 1st, scored 1 pitch later when Lyons doubled into the left field corner. Breaking ball this time misses inside. Grounded out to short to end the 2nd inning did Lantini, and then singled to right in the 4th. That loaded up the bases. The 1-1 lifted in the air, foul, first base side out of play. And so the count now goes to 1-2. So Kevin Baez with many different options here in the 7th inning. We'll see if he sticks with Snodgrass or goes to a reliever. Again, 3 righties due up, Griffin, Jones, and Hewitt. This fastball from Zide misses low and away. Evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ducks only have 1 more hit than the Bees, 8-7 in that hit column, but the Bees have left 5 on base. Ducks have left 5 as well. Snodgrass has been helped down by a couple double plays as Lantini grounds this one fair past the diving try of Carrillo and down the left field line. Lantini around first. He's going for 2. The throw from Rivers, not in time. And Phelan Lantini has his 3rd hit of the game, 2nd double. A 2-out hit for the Ducks, who have their 9th hit of the ball game. So Lantini with 2 doubles on the day, now up to 8 on the season. And with 3 hits here this afternoon. So we'll see if the Ducks can get a little 2-out rally going to add to their lead. For Lantini, he is now tied with Cody Puckett in 3-hit games this year for the team lead, 5 on the season. And now here is Dan Lyons, who has had a multiple RBI game today. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, good fastball. The count 0-1. Lyons with a hit, his first at bat, the RBI double in the 1st, later scored. Popped up to short in the 3rd and then lined a sacrifice fly to left in the 4th. The Lions' 3rd 2 RBI game of the year. And here a breaking ball catches the outside corner, another called strike. So it is quickly 0-2 in favor of Zide, with Lentini and his terrific speed at second base. It was a good job by Rivers to get to it quickly to try and get Lentini at second, but the throw was towards the center field side of the second base bag, and no chance for Roof to be able to tag Lentini. I think even a good throw probably doesn't get him. Now an 0-2 pitch in this righty-righty matchup, and Lyons will swing at the breaking ball, tap this one weakly, third base out of the mound. The shortstop charging in, Chavez can't get it, and I don't think he would have had a chance at Lyons anyway. It's going to be an infield single. So Lyons an infield single. That's the 10th hit of the game for the Ducks.
Number 20, Lou Ford. Number 20.
So up to the plate steps Lou Ford as Lyons has his second hit of the day. And again, the Ducks with 10 hits now in the ball game. Here is Ford, who has 2 hits and 3 at-bats with an RBI and a run scored. The top 3 in the order doing a ton of damage for the Ducks today. Here in game 1, and the first pitch to Ford is swung and it popped up foul behind the plate. Murphy gives this one a look, but this will go back into the crowd. Everybody waiting to see if this will come back down, but it will not. So the count 0-1. Bellport Middle School Chorus getting ready to sing God Bless America behind the plate. Now the 0-1. And Ford lines this one over the leaping try of the shortstop, Chavez, base hit. Lentini will score from third. Lyons goes from first to third. A 2-out rally for the Ducks. 3 straight hits have added another run, and it's 6-0 Long Island. And Lou Ford has himself his 3rd hit and 2nd RBI of the day. And now Jason Blanton, the pitching coach for New Britain, will come out of the dugout again to have a conversation with his right-hander. So Lentini scores his 2nd run of the ball game on the RBI single. He's now up to 26 runs. And Lyons goes from first to third for Ford, who has added 3 more hits today, picks up his 23rd RBI. The Ducks doing everything they can to put their bullpen in the best possible position to win this game. As Long Island now leads at 6-0 and trying to return the favor after New Britain handed the Ducks their first shutout loss of the year last night, a 6-0 defeat. So after the inning started so smoothly for Zide with a ground down and a strikeout of Wessinger and Vega respectively, here is Burrows with one more opportunity to try and extend his hit streak, and he takes up high for ball 1. Thanks to the double by Lentini up the third base line, the infield single to short by Lyons, and the RBI single to left center by Lou Ford. Burrows 0 for 3 today, coming in with a hit streak of 11 straight games, and he takes outside for ball 2 from the right-hander. Burrows has lifted a deep drive to left that was caught by Rivers in the first, grounded out to first in the third, and struck out swinging in the fourth. So the Ducks doing a good job to give him another opportunity with 2 outs in the inning. 2-0, and he swings and grounds this one towards the middle, but it's fielded by the second baseman Roof. He'll take it to the bag himself. So that will in all likelihood end his hitting streak. Now the inning is over, but not before the Ducks are able to get a 2-out rally going. They get another run on 3 hits in the inning. No errors, they leave 2 on base. We'll head to the 7th. Ducks will try and close out the win here in game 1. Long Island leads at 6-0. We'll keep it right here, though, first for God Bless America. Terrific job by the Bellport Middle School Chorus with God Bless America. Looks like a new pitcher coming in for the Ducks. We head to the 7th in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Long Island trying to close out a 6-0 victory.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jack Snodgrass, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back here as we go to the top of the 7th inning of a scheduled 7-inning game here in Game 1 of the doubleheader between the Ducks and the Bees, day-night twin bill. Fans will exit after this one, and then gates will reopen at 5:35 for Game 2, 5:20 if you're a full season ticket holder. First pitch 6:35 with fireworks to follow. The Ducks trying to close out a 6-0 win after getting shut out last night 6-0 by the Bees. Jack Snodgrass's day has done a terrific start for the lefty, who is in line for his 4th win of the year. Nick Struck on the mound now for Long Island as he tries to get the final 3 outs. And the first pitch on the way from the right-hander is swung on and missed as he blows the high fastball by John Griffin. It's 0-1. 6 shutout innings today for Jack Snodgrass. He allowed 7 hits and a walk while striking out 5, 106 pitches, 63 for strikes. And the 0-1 is a foul back to the backstop behind home plate by Griffin. So I'll run the count quickly to 0-2. Griffin today 1 for 2. A booming double to center field in the 2nd inning on a 3-0 pitch, and then struck out swinging back in the 4th. So Struck quickly ahead 0-2. He'll try and strike out Griffin again. And now the 0-2 pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, blew the fastball by him up and away. 6th strikeout for Ducks pitching, the first for Struck, and there's one away in the 7th. So Snodgrass looking for his 2nd outing of the year of 6 innings with no runs. He did it his last outing here at home against Somerset when he threw 6 scoreless innings, struck out 12, and allowed just 2 hits and a walk in a 1-0 victory. Today allowed a few more hits and a few less strikeouts, but ultimately got the job done. First pitch here to John Jones is a nice breaking ball from Struck for strike 1. Jones today 1 for 2, a single to left back in inning number 2, and a line out to 3rd in the 4th. Struck comes set, and the 0-1. Jones takes it up and inside, evens the count at 1-1. Struck last pitched on Thursday night in the finale of the series against Bridgeport. He threw a scoreless inning, walked 1, but no hits or runs, and struck out none. 2 of his last 3 outings has not allowed a run. And this breaking ball misses up and inside once again. So it's now 2-1 on Jones. Cody Puckett playing near the line at 3rd. And the second baseman Wessinger slightly shaded up the middle with the righty hitter at the plate. Here's the 2-1 from Struck. Popped up foul back behind the plate. So go upstairs and out of play. We'll do it again. This time with a count of 2-2. Anthony Hewitt waiting on deck for New Britain. Struck in his 2nd season here with the Ducks. Very successful out of the bullpen last year for Long Island. Now it'll be a 2-2. Deals to the plate, and Jones will take a fastball that just missed the outside corner. So that'll run the count full at 3-2. Struck thought he had strike 3 there as it was close, but just a bit outside according to home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo Jr. So here comes the 3-2. Struck kicks, fires, and Jones will swing and pop it up on the infield. Nick Struck, the pitcher, shading his eyes, making the call, and he'll make the catch. So Nick Struck wasn't going to let any of his other infielders try and get near it. And Cody Puckett was the closest to it, but Struck seemed to have the beat on it right away, and he's able to make the catch. He's a very athletic player, Nick Struck. Actually very good behind the plate. He oftentimes will, if needed in an emergency, go and catch pitchers in the bullpen, but he has the ability to catch, and also is a fairly good hitter for a pitcher, and last year had an at-bat and was able to pick up a single late in the season. Anthony Hewitt, the last hope for the Bees, as Struck deals a first pitch fastball for a strike. And the count 0-1. Hewitt today 0 for 2. Came up with runners at the corners and 2 outs in the second with the Bees trailing by 2. And he grounded into a force out here. He lines one in the air deep to right. Back goes Lentini, turns and looks. It's off the wall. Hewitt around first. He's going to try for second. The throw from Lentini in, and it is in time for the out. What a throw from Phelan Lentini to nab Hewitt, trying for the double and put an exclamation point on the end of this one. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks shut out the Bees 6-0 and return the favor from last night here in the opener of the day-night doubleheader. So Hewitt will get credit for the single, but put out trying for second. 9-6 on the put out, and a scoreless 7th inning for Nick Struck as the Ducks win it 6-0 over the Bees, and even the series at a game apiece. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show's coming up next. We will recap this one and hand out the Player of the Game award. Ducks high-fiving on the field as after they take Game 1, 6-0 over the Bees.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up. It's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, where the Long Island Ducks win the opener of a day-night doubleheader, a 7-inning game by the final count of 6-0. A terrific start from Jack Snodgrass, helping lead the way for the Ducks. And a excellent job by the offense to score early and often throughout as Long Island comes away with the victory to take the opening game of the series. So we've seen back-to-back 6-0 games. The Bees shutting out the Ducks. First time the Ducks were shut out in a game this season last night. And then the Ducks returning the favor here in the opener of the doubleheader by the same score. Let's recap this one. Ducks were able to get the early lead in the first inning as Phelan Lentini doubled to left to open the inning. And on the first pitch to Dan Lyons, he doubled into the left field corner. His 13th run batted in, brought in Lentini, and gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead. And then after a strikeout of Ford and a line out to left center by Burrows, a great catch by Kevin Rivers, Cody Puckett grounded one to first. John Griffins flipped to first, went wide of the pitcher Zide covering, and on the error, Lyons able to score from second, and that gave the Ducks a 2-0 advantage. Snodgrass would get into trouble in the second inning with 2 out, giving up a double to John Griffin and a single to John Jones, but he got Anthony Hewitt to ground into a force out to end that inning. And then in the third inning, the Ducks were able to add another run as with one out, Lou Ford singled to center, moved to second on a ground out by Burrows, and then came in on a 2-out RBI single from Cody Puckett, who was back in the lineup after missing 3 games with a hamstring injury. So the Ducks had a 3-0 lead after 3 innings. They would tack on 2 more in the 4th. Blake T. Cody singled to left to lead off the inning. Then with 1 out, Anthony Vega drew a walk, and Lantini dunked a single into right to load the bases up for Dan Lyons. He lined a sacrifice fly to left, scoring the speedy Blake T. Cody from third. And Lou Ford followed with an RBI double that would score Vega from second. So the Ducks had a 4-0 lead after 4. In the 5th inning, Snodgrass got into trouble again as with 1 out, Nick Murphy reached on an infield single up the middle of the second. And Steve Carrillo followed with a base hit to right. But Brandon Chavez hit a hard liner towards third. A 1-hop pick out of the dirt on the backhand by Cody Puckett started a 5-4-3 double play to end that inning. In the 6th inning, Snodgrass allowed a leadoff single to right by Jovan Rosa, but then got Jonathan Roof to hit into a 1-6-3 double play, and Rivers on a ground out to second to end that threat. And then with 2 outs in the 6th inning, the Ducks rallied for an extra run as Lantini doubled to left for his 3rd hit of the game. Lyons reached on an infield single to short for his 2nd hit, and then Ford picked up his 3rd hit and 2nd RBI of the day with a base hit into left center field that scored Lantini. Nick Struck came on to pitch the 7th and final inning, struck out Griffin, got Jones on a pop-up back to the mound, and then Anthony Hewitt singled off the wall in right and tried to stretch it into a double, but an outstanding throw on 1 hop from Lantini in right to Lyons at second got Hewitt out at second to end the game with an exclamation point. The Ducks won it by a final count of 6-0. The final totals from this game: 6 runs on 11 hits for the Ducks, 1 error. They left 7 men on base for the Bees. No runs on 8 hits and 1 error. They left 5. The winning pitcher, Jack Snodgrass, improves to 4-3 on the year. The loser, Josh Zide, falls to 2-3. No save. The game took 2 hours and 3 minutes in front of 3,867 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Time to hand out today's Player of the Game award, and there were a couple of batters who had really good games, specifically the top 3 in the order. Lantini 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 runs. Lyons 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs and a run scored. And Ford 3 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. But we're going to give it to Jack Snodgrass, who wanted to get a win today to bounce back after 2 starts in a row that ended in losses, and he did that with 6 shutout innings, allowing 7 hits and a walk while striking out 5 through 106 pitches, 63 for strikes, got out of a few jams, made big pitches when he needed. And so today, Jack Snodgrass will be our Player of the Game. We'll take one more quick break, then a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard with everything later on today. Then we'll wrap things up from Bethpage Ballpark here for Game 1 of the doubleheader.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up. It's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, final time for Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. In 7 innings, the Ducks shut out the Bees 6-0. So this series even at 1 game apiece. The Ducks now a game in front of Somerset for first place in the Liberty Division standings. Game 2 will begin at 6:35 here tonight. Gates will open at 5:35 and 5:20 for full season ticket holders. Following the game, all fans in attendance will be treated to a Grucci fireworks extravaganza. And Duck staff members will hand out Dick's Sporting Good coupons to fans as they exit the ballpark following the fireworks show. So tickets still available. Come on out. Should be a good crowd in attendance for the night game of the day-night doubleheader as the Ducks look to sweep yet another twin bill. They have done so well in doubleheaders this year. Long Island has played in 3 of them thus far, and they are 5-1 in those doubleheaders, so they've swept 2 of them, splitting their most recent one in Sugar Land. Out-of-town scoreboard, everything later in the Atlantic League. At 6:12 tonight, the Bluefish will host the Blue Crabs up at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. At 6:30, it's the Revolution hosting the Patriots at 6:30 p.m. from Peoples Bank Park. And then at 7 o'clock at Clipper Magazine Stadium, it'll be the Skeeters visiting the Barnstormers. Yankees and the Rays will get at it at 4:10 p.m. down in Tampa, Florida. Michael Pineda for the Yankees, 2-5 on the year. Matt Moore for the Rays, he is 1-3. As for the Mets and the Dodgers, they'll get underway at 7:15 p.m. at Citi Field. Noah Syndergaard will go for the Mets. He's 5-2. Kenta Maeda for the Dodgers. He is 3-3. At 9 o'clock Eastern Time in Oklahoma City, Chesapeake Energy Arena will see the Warriors play the Thunder in Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. A Thunder win puts them in the NBA Finals against the Cavaliers. And then at 7 o'clock at Red Bull Arena, New York Red Bulls will host Toronto FC. So that does it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Game 2 of this doubleheader will see a pair of relievers taking the mound and doing battle. The Ducks will send righty Bruce Kern to the mound, who will be making another spot start. He's already made 3 starts on the season. He's got no record, a 2.13 ERA, 7 games and 3 starts on the year, so it'll be determined to see how far he can go. And the Bees will counter with a lefty, Brandon Fry out of Canton, Ohio, who will make his first start of the year after 7 relief appearances, not going more than 3 innings in any of them. And that was his last time out on Tuesday against Lancaster. No record and a 2.84 ERA. So it should be a good one. We'll likely see a lot of the bullpens as it'll be a 9-inning game. But the Ducks will look to sweep the Twin Bill. The Bees will look to salvage a split of this day-night doubleheader. That's going to do it for us here in Game 1 of this day-night Twin Bill from Bethpage Ballpark. Once again, the final score, it was the Long Island Ducks 6 and the New Britain Bees 0. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be later this evening when the Ducks and the Bees play Game 2 of this day-night doubleheader. Pregame show here will begin at 6:20, the first pitch at 6:35. You can follow all the action on the Ducks flagship radio station, 103.9 FM LI News Radio, and online as well via the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Michael Pollock, thank you so much for joining me here on your Saturday afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks victory. Have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon. We'll do it again this evening in about 3 hours from now from Bethpage Ballpark. Good afternoon and so long from Central Islip, New York.